Project Fearless, the full story. Lucy opens her eyes. She feels a terrible pain in her head. The floor is not soft. It is cold and hard marble. She sits up and looks around. This is a bathroom, but it is very luxurious. There are gold mirrors and a jacuzzi. There are expensive carpets on the floor. She sees something near the bathtub. It is a heavy candlestick. The candlestick is covered in blood. Lucy whispers, "What is happening?" She looks at her clothes. She is wearing a black, tight jumpsuit. These are not her clothes. She looks at her hands. She is wearing black leather gloves. The gloves are sticky with blood. Her heart beats very fast. She walks to the bathroom door. The door is not locked. She goes out into the corridor. The house is silent like death. It is clearly a rich mansion. She thinks, "Who kidnapped me? Why am I wearing these clothes?" Suddenly, she hears a sound downstairs. It is a heavy footstep. Then she hears a radio noise. It sounds like a police radio. Lucy panics and hides behind the railing. She looks downstairs. She sees 2 police officers. They have flashlights in their hands. She feels happy for a moment. She thinks, "I am saved." She thinks the police are here. She prepares to shout, "Help!" But one policeman speaks. His words stop her immediately. He says, "Center, this place looks clear. The front door is fine." He adds, "But I heard a noise upstairs. Be careful." He continues, "The woman is a professional. Shoot her if you see her." Lucy freezes. Professional. Shoot order. Are they talking about her? She is very confused. Suddenly, a blurry image comes to her mind. She remembers a safe password, 40490120. She also remembers a gun. She feels the cold metal in her memory. Her headache gets worse. Something is wrong. Why does she not remember anything? She tries to step back. She steps on a wooden floorboard. It makes a loud squeaking noise. The police downstairs look up immediately. They point their guns upstairs. One shouts, "She is upstairs. Free to fire." Bullets hit the railing. Lucy throws herself into the bedroom. She acts with instinct. She does not hide under the bed. She feels like she knows this room. She runs to the wardrobe. She puts her hand on a secret panel. The panel opens quickly. Inside, there is a bag full of money. There are fake passports and a gun with a silencer. Lucy looks at the gun. Her hand stops shaking. Her breathing becomes calm. She looks at her reflection in the mirror. Her face does not look like a victim. Her eyes look cold and calculating. A phone vibrates in her pocket. It is an unknown number. She answers the phone. The voice is mechanical and clear. It says, "The memory loss serum lasts 15 minutes. It should end now." The voice asks, "Is the target neutralized?" Lucy looks at the bathroom. She remembers the bloody candlestick. She looks at the blood trails on the floor. Her mind becomes clear. She is not the victim. She did not wake up here. She came here to clean up. She answers coldly, "Yes. The homeowner is dead." She adds, "But police are here. What is my exit plan?" The voice says, "Roof. The helicopter is there in 2 minutes." The voice warns, "Leave no witnesses." Lucy closes the phone. She repeats, "Leave no witnesses." Her voice sounds cold and metallic. She climbs up quietly. She closes the trapdoor behind her. She moves in the dark attic. She hears noises downstairs. The police kick the door. Their shouts sound muffled. Lucy runs on the roof. The wind blows her hair. The police sirens are very close now. She sees the helicopter. The door is open. She jumps inside with her last energy. She is breathless. She shouts at the pilot cabin. She yells, "Take off." Quickly. The police are on the terrace. The pilot turns his head slowly. There is no panic on his face. He has a calm and polite smile. He takes off his helmet. He is a young and well-groomed man. He speaks cheerfully. He says, "Lucy, please fasten your seatbelt." He adds, "But not for takeoff. We are waiting for landing permission." Lucy is shocked. She shouts, "What landing? What are you saying?" She screams, "There is a body downstairs. They will catch me." She points her gun at the pilot. "I said take off." Suddenly, giant projectors turn on. The terrace lights up like a stadium. The dark night becomes bright. The terrible siren sounds stop instantly. Lucy squints her eyes. She looks at the terrace door. The two policemen come out. But they have no guns. They take off their police hats. They wipe sweat from their foreheads. One takes out a cigarette pack. The other lights it and laughs. And then someone else comes out. It is the homeowner. Lucy killed him in the bathroom. But he is walking. The bloody wound on his neck is fake. It is just plastic makeup. He wipes the red food dye with a towel. Lucy feels weak. The gun falls from her hand. She whispers, "What is this?" The pilot passes a file from the next seat. He also gives a glass of champagne. He says, "Congratulations, Lucy." He puts the file on her lap. The file says Project Fearless. The pilot explains everything. He says, "You finished the extreme excitement package. Well done." He adds, "The memory drug was a bit strong. So the scenario felt too real." He says, "We apologize for this." Lucy opens the file with shaking hands. She sees her own signature on the first page. The date is 2 days ago. The service is, "I am bored with life. Make me feel death, but let me drink champagne at the end." The price paid, $500,000. Lucy looks at the window. The dead man taps on the glass. He gives a thumbs up and smiles. He says, "Great performance, Lucy. The candlestick scene was Oscar-worthy." He adds, "See you next week for the zombie invasion scenario." Lucy looks at the file. Then she looks at the champagne. She looks at the corpse, joking with the police. She takes a deep breath. Her pulse slows down. Her deadly face changes. A rich and spoiled smile settles on her face. She enjoys the moment.